Today, I have in the sophomore release from Alato Watches out of Sweden. The owner, Pierre, has a background in architecture and civil engineering and brings some of those skills now to creating watches. The watch is the Timescope, which is a modern take on the everyday watch. It's a little dressy, a little sporty, depending especially on which dial option you go for. Big thanks to Pierre for lending this in, but let's get to it and check out the watch. All right. So as of right now, there's a total of three dial options. I have the Aventurine, which I think is the dressiest of the three. There's also the Meteorite, which might be my favorite. And finally, a textured sandy colored dial that looks great too. These will be coming by way of a Kickstarter campaign that's planned to start the 1st of July. As of the time of recording, there's a couple of details to be worked out, but I'll give you all the info I have and check on the campaign for the rest when it launches. One of those details being worked on is there's on top of the included leather strap an add on for a mesh bracelet, and this looks really sharp on mesh. Pricing is being sorted out, but they expect it to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 US for that. I like the integrated look with the articulating link there, but at the same time, having the option to swap straps is nice. It is a good quality strap, but one thing to note is it's 18 millimeters. So for me, I don't have many 18 millimeter straps, and you may not either. So something to keep in mind. The watch is inspired by Hans Lippershey, who was a Dutch optician and was the first to patent the telescope. Different components of the watch, and especially the dial, take some of its design cues from the design of that first telescope, including things like the focus ring you can see on the outer edge of the dial. I've had a couple of Aventurine dials in, and this one seems to be the sparkliest of them all. It's a beautiful dial overall, and although there's a certain amount of busyness to it, it's still easy to read and just nice to look at. Mix of circular and rectangular markers that are sunken into the Aventurine dial, and a good looking handset. They have a healthy dose of BGW9. This is a prototype, so it's not always the greatest in pre production models, but it's good to go here. The case is made with stainless steel. It's an interesting design with all kinds of angles and contours and a mix of brushed and polished surfaces. The end link has movement, but only goes down so far, which does extend out the lug to lug measurement. Through the display case back is the Sellita SW200 movement. So high beat 26 joule movement with a power reserve of approximately 40 hours. Just unscrew the crown here, and it's a good size, so no problem with grip, and also has a nice smooth winding action. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 39.5 millimeters. The lug to lug, including the link, is 50.2 millimeters. Lug opening again is 18 millimeters, and the thickness is 11 millimeters. Water resistance is 100 meters, and the crystal is an AR treated sapphire. And here it is on my 7.25 inch wrist, and I dig it. Something a little different, and I like that each of the colors give such a different vibe. Cost for these will start at $549 US for the sand dial, $599 for the Aventurine, and $699 for the Meteorite for early bird backers. Eventually, they're going to be $785, $849, and $999 at full retail. Double check the numbers on the campaign, though, as I have this pretty early and things could change slightly. Link will be below. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye bye.